Salesforce Development, Lesson 11, Creating Screen Flows, Part 2. And today we're going to kind of continue where we left off last time. I think where we left off last time is we're working on all the first class assignments for that row. What I did is off screen, because it was just a matter of copying these and making the changes. Off screen, I created the Seat C and the Seat D assignments and the add to the collection. So if you look over here, all I really had to do with these is I set this to C here. I changed these labels and names. And then I went over here and I made sure the C is on the aisle. So I changed. So I think it was the other B was aisle already, so I didn't have to make a change here. For here, this didn't change much. I just changed these labels. And then D, again, I changed this to D. I went ahead and changed this to a window seat because on the first class, D is the window seat. Then finally, I just did the collection. The increment counter and the increment row counter, those stay the same. Didn't really have to touch those. All right, so the next stage is what do we do now? So we did the first class. The next set we need to do is we need the business class counter. So we need to do one of two things. First, we have to reset the counter variable to 1. So we're going to have to copy this one over here on the default outcome. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to have to copy that element. And then we're going to paste this on here. This one, again, is a copy of this. It's generally doing the same thing, but what we can do is this is for business class, just to differentiate it. Then we could do that. And then I could do this. And then tab it, so it copies it for there. And again, it does the same thing. So that should fix that piece. All right. So next thing we want to do here is after that's done, we do want to copy the decision component here. So let's go ahead and copy that element. We'll put that underneath the set counter. So we'll do that. We'll paste that element there. As you can see, it created the branch for this one. Now, what we want to do in here is, again, this kind of changes a little bit because it's not going to be the first class row. This is going to be the this business class row. What we could do, again, with the API, just so it automatically names it, we hit tab, and I'll name that for us, and then we'll just say business, make sure that changes that. Down here is kind of the same thing. Instead of first class, we'll say business class here. Get rid of the copy of. Get rid of the API name, so we can just hit tab to automatically create it. Everything looks good. The only thing that's different is instead of getting the number of first class rows, we're going to have to get the number of business class rows. If you remember, this was from the screen, so we're going to have to go back to our screen here, and remember, this is now business class, so we want to go ahead and click on business class here. And now it's going to get the business class row, which is also by it defaults to 5, but at least that creates that. So we'll go ahead and save that. That changes this around. You notice the labels changed to counters less than or equal to the business class. So we did that. Next thing we need to do now that we're doing that is we need to start copying stuff over, right? So let's go ahead and we'll start with seat assignment A. go ahead and copy the element, paste that there. See what happened there. Oh, this is connect to. I hit the wrong thing. Let's go ahead and stop that. I want to copy that, and then, oh, sorry, I don't want to connect. I want to paste. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I have my seed assignment. I'm going to do the same thing for my collection, copy, and then I'm going to hit paste again. There we go. Okay, so I have the first, the seed assignment, and this is for the economy class. So I'm going to have to put, sorry, not economy class, business class, just to differentiate it a little bit. But the rest, I think we can do this, and then tab it, and then that's good there. Okay, so what do we have to change here? Everything pretty much changed, stays the same except for the seat type, because it's a business class seat type, not first class. So we're gonna have to go ahead and click business class, save that, and we're good there. This basically stays the same. The only thing we're gonna have to put is put business class. That's good. Get rid of this. Get rid of this whole thing here. Tab over. And I think that's good. So we have those two. The other things we need is we need to increment the counter, and these have to go to the end here. So again, we're going to copy, paste the element, same here, copy this assignment, and paste that element. All right, so those two are copied. Those are looking good there. Again, we want to go ahead and rename these probably add business class there. Just again to differentiate it. Tab over. That looks good. Same for this one. I was going to say business class. Again, get rid of the copy one of. Get rid of this whole thing. Tab over. Nothing should change there. Because again, we're just adding one to the row counter and the regular counter. So that's okay. These are all in place. So we're doing pretty good there. All right, so that looks good. The only other thing we have to do is we're going to have to, because this is supposed to go in a loop, this part of it, and it should loop back to the decision, is we're going to have to actually go ahead and connect this to the decision. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're at the end, and we're going to say connect to element. Now we have to choose the element, and the element we want to connect to is we want to make sure we connect to the test here. Okay, so we're going to click plus. It did the connection. Notice this one's connected to first class, and this is connected to this test counter on the business class. So that looks good there. By doing that, it also dropped this over on the plain seat. All right. So the other piece that, since we're here, that we have to do is we probably want to do the same thing over here. Is copy this element, paste the element, copy that element, and then paste that element here. Okay, kind of doing the same thing. Now we have to do this for the economy class. So let's go ahead and change this to economy. Close that. I think that's good. Delete, tab, and I think that looks good there. So we'll go ahead and save this. Next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and click on this. And this is, again, this is economy. Get rid of the copy verbiage there. Delete that. Hit tab. That renames everything. And we're kind of going to have to do that also to down here and make the other changes that we need to. Because again, this should be economy. Okay, delete this. Delete that. Go push that over. This has to change to the economy class. Again, going to the screen, click on that, go to economy rows, which is the middle one there, and that should be good there, so we can save that there. All right, so that looks good, and the only thing left would be, now we kind of have to add all these things up, right? So we're gonna have to copy these one by one, copy element, paste the element, copy, paste, copy, paste, and the last copy, and paste. Okay, so now once you're done doing all that, it's really just a matter of, we got the economy one, this all got fixed up from what I remember. So what we have to do now is we're just going to have to go ahead and change this to economy. Get rid of the copy of, delete that, and tab over. That looks good. All right, this is okay. Window again, the only difference is we're now economy there. All right, then we're going to do the same thing here. This is going to be economy. Get rid of that. Delete the API name and tab over. That looks good there. And then here we just have to rename these to economy. Delete, tab, that looks good. And the last one here is going to be economy. Delete that, tab, and save. All right, so that's kind of good here. So now we have all of this going through here. That looks good. And now we're going to have to actually, again, connect this back up to here, to the decision, like we did in the other ones. And this is the last one we're going to have to do that too. So connect the element. Hold on, what happened here? Let's see, something happened. Connect the element. Ah, there we go. Wasn't registering the click there. Okay, so we got connect the element, hit the plus, and now we're good there. And then it drops the default outcome here where it creates the plain seats. All right, so this is where I kind of wanted to leave this off for this session. So I'll go ahead and stop this, save it. And the reason I wanted to leave this for this session is so that you can see, before we leave it, let's go ahead and run this in debugger. Okay, so like I said before, we should probably test this. So let's go back here. I'm going to go ahead and go to my flight management, and we'll go to planes, and we're here in this plane. So we want to copy our plane Salesforce ID, which is up here in the URL when you go to the plane. And now we can go ahead and debug this and see it should create a minimum. It should create all the first class seats. We haven't finished all these. We'll finish these for next time. But I just want to make sure that everything works as is properly. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and hit debug, paste that record ID that I copied in, and all right, so that's good. I'm going to click run, and we'll hope there are no, I shouldn't be any errors. Oh, here we go. All right, so this is the prompting. We'll leave the defaults. So we'll go ahead and click next. All right, looks like the flow's finished. So now if I go back here and refresh, should have all my plane seats, and I do. So let's see how many plane seats do I have. All right, so here I have all my first class, so there's 20 first class, because 4 times 5 is right. And then I should have business class. I only created 1 seat per business class, so there should only be 5 seats of those. And then the economy, there should be 10, so it's a total of 30, because you have 20 plus 5 is 25 plus 10 is 35, and that is accurate. So that's good. So let's go back to the plane. So here's the plane, and that looks like that's all set. So let's go back to editing the flow. It's already saved, so we're all set there. So we know it works. Off camera, what I'm going to do before the next, the part 3 of this, is I'm going to finish adding all the seats for the business class, as well as the seats for the economy class. And then we'll do 1 test run, and then we should be good. But until next time, if you like this video, again, please feel free to like or subscribe it. Again, thank you very much, and until next time, we'll see you later.